Welcome to another insightful video from Dr. Chris's Key to the Manager's Mindset on individual development and productivity improvement. Your resume is officially dead weight. Last year, two senior professionals applied for the same executive position. One had stronger academic credentials, more certifications, more experience, a more impressive resume on paper. The other had something far more powerful, a digital reputation that already positioned him as a strategic authority. Before the interview even began, decision makers had already watched his interviews, read his market insights, seen executives engage with his post, and observed how he analyzed industry disruptions online. By the time he walked into the room, trust had already been established. The meeting was no longer about proving competence. It was about confirming leadership presence. That is the new executive battlefield. Today, recruiters are no longer just reading resumes. They are auditing your digital footprint, your online presence, your communication style, your industry relevance, your thoughts, leadership, and your professional credibility. Everything is being evaluated. And if your digital presence does not communicate executive level authority, you may be disqualifying yourself before the first conversation even happens. Today, we are going beyond the resume. We are going to build a digital reputation that commands executive level respect before you even speak. Because in today's world, your reputation enters the room before you do. A recruiter searches your name at 11:47 p.m., the night before your final interview. Within seconds, they begin forming conclusions, not from your resume, from your digital footprint. They see inconsistent messaging, outdated bios, inactive platforms, generic reposted content, and emotionally reactive posts. Immediately, uncertainty is created, and the uncertainty weakens executive trust. This is why the first step in building executive level credibility is conducting what I call the signal versus noise audit. Most professionals think the internet is simply documenting their career, but the internet is actually interpreting their identity. Modern AI-driven recruitment systems scrape your consistency, your communication patterns, your leadership maturity, your authority signals, and your industry relevance. Executives are now evaluated algorithmically before they are evaluated personally. That means every public-facing detail matters. Your profile photo, your tone, your comments, your posting patterns, your digital silence, everything communicates something. The question is, what exactly is your online presence communicating? One of the biggest mistakes professionals make is allowing outdated versions of themselves to remain online. Old bios, weak websites, low-level commentary, emotionally driven posts. Executives evolve intentionally. If you are positioning yourself for leadership, your digital ecosystem must reflect clarity, strategic maturity, discipline, and executive level thinking. Remember this: people cannot respect a leadership identity they cannot clearly see. Another mistake professionals make is describing themselves by responsibilities instead of outcomes. Weak positioning says, I supervised multiple operational teams. Executive positioning says, I led operational restructuring initiatives that improved execution efficiency across multiple departments. One communicates task, the other communicates strategic influence. Boardrooms reward decision makers, not task managers. Your digital reputation must reflect that distinction everywhere. Imagine a CEO visiting your LinkedIn profile for less than 20 seconds. Could they immediately understand who you are, what you solve, what level you operate at, and why your perspective matters? If not, your digital boardroom is underdeveloped. Your online presence should feel like entering a premium executive office. Intentional, clear, strategic, controlled. Not chaotic, not random, not attention-seeking. One of the fastest ways to lose authority online is inconsistency. Different bios, different messaging, different positioning across platforms. Executives operate with narrative discipline. Your LinkedIn, your website, your portfolio, your speaker bio, your interviews, everything should reinforce the same leadership identity. Your profile picture should communicate confidence and professionalism. Your banner should reinforce your expertise. Your bio should communicate strategic value, leadership focus, and industry relevance. Avoid generic statements like passionate leader, committed to excellence. Executives do not communicate vaguely. Instead, say, I help healthcare organizations optimize operational systems through AI-enabled strategic framework. Specificity creates authority. Most professionals archive duties. Executives showcase transformation. Your portfolio should answer one powerful question. What changed because you were involved? Did efficiency improve did revenue grow? Did systems scale? Did cost reduce? Did innovation accelerate? Executive credibility grows when measurable impact becomes visible. You also need a digital headquarters, a place where stakeholders can instantly understand your expertise, your philosophy, your accomplishments, and your strategic perspective. This could be a professional website, a leadership portfolio, or a strategically optimized LinkedIn presence. Think of your landing page as a 24 hours executive summary. Even while you sleep, your reputation should still be working. A junior employee reports industry news. An executive explains what the news means before everyone else understands its consequences. That is the difference between visibility and authority. We now live in an era where everyone has access to information. Very few people possess interpretation. And interpretation is where executive respect is built. Weak digital behavior is reposting headlines without insight. Executive level behavior is providing strategic analysis. Do not simply say, AI is disrupting healthcare. Explain. Which sector will be affected first? What operational risk are emerging? Which leadership models will fail? And what organizations must prepare for next? Executives are respected because they reduce uncertainty. Your content should help people think more clearly. Elite professionals today are leveraging generative AI to improve strategic writing, analyze market shifts, organize research, simulate executive communication, and strengthen thought leadership. But here is the danger. AI-generated content without original thinking feels empty. People may not detect the software, but they detect the absence of depth. Your insight is still your greatest differentiator. AI should amplify your intelligence, not replace it. Digital authority is not built through occasional motivation. It is built through disciplined consistency. Establish a cadence, weekly strategic posts, monthly market analysis, quarterly reports, executive commentary, collaborative discussions. Consistency communicates seriousness, and seriousness attracts executive trust. A respected industry leader comments on your analysis publicly. Suddenly, people begin viewing your expertise differently. That is how authority compounds digitally. Executive credibility is socially reinforced. This is why strategic relationships matter. Stop chasing visibility from everyone. Executives focus on proximity to relevance. A small network of respected industry leaders can create more opportunity than massive passive audience. Build relationships with founders, executives, policymakers, innovators, consultants, and researchers. But approach with value, not desperation. One of the fastest ways to accelerate authority is through collaborative visibility. Participate in podcasts, executive panels, webinars, white papers, research discussions, and strategic interviews. When credible leaders publicly engage with your ideas, trust transfers organically. This is how reputational momentum scales. Many major industry conversations happen in private ecosystems, executive forums, think tanks, leadership communities, invitation-only networks, high-level professional gather where signal density is high. Your goal is not just audience growth. Your goal is strategic relevance among decision makers. One careless digital moment can damage years of carefully built authority. That is the reality of modern leadership visibility. Building a reputation is difficult. Maintaining one requires discipline. Pay attention to audience response, search visibility, professional mentions, engagement quality, and industry perception. Your reputation must be actively managed because perception evolves constantly. Executives continuously audit alignment between where they are and where they are going, and how they are publicly perceived. Ask yourself, does my online presence reflect executive maturity? Am I perceived as strategic or operational? Does my content attract the opportunities I want next? Am I communicating clarity or confusion? Authority requires refinement. Most people treat their online presence casually. Elite professionals treat it like an appreciating asset because reputation influences opportunity, compensation, visibility, influence, and executive access. A powerful reputation reduces resistance. People trust you faster, respect you faster, listen to you faster. That is the power of engineered credibility. The age of relying solely on resume is over. Your digital reputation now shapes first impression, executive trust, opportunity flow, and leadership access. The professionals who dominate the future will not simply have the best qualifications. They will possess the strongest reputational ecosystem. So audit your signals, control your narrative, publish your insights, strengthen your associations, engineer trust intentionally. Because when your reputation begins speaking before you arrive, you stop chasing opportunities, and opportunities begin searching for you. If this video challenged your thinking, like and subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to click the bell button so that you will be notified each time a new post is made. Here, we bridge the gap between professional excellence and executive authority. Comment below. What is the biggest weakness in your current digital reputation? And remember, your resume may introduce you once, but your reputation introduces you every single day. Thank you for watching.